It is a workout, isn't it? We're like, we haven't worked out in a while.
Definitely been a minute for me.
Getting up and down is a lot.
Okay. Hey, speaking of working out, I feel like we look like
amazing.
Well,
we look amazing.
You can't really see, but my pants. Everyone always says, "Oh, are you gonna rip those off like they're gym pants?" And you look like workout Barbie.
Oh my God, thank you. I feel like it's a ski energy. It's like I wish I'm like après ski, but like I'm not.
Yeah.
But I wish that I were. You know.
Barbie's going to Colorado, and she's gonna shred it up.
I'll take it. It's Gold Sheep, by the way, guys. Gold Sheep. All their stuff fits so well. I'm obsessed.
Hey, are you going skiing though?
No, I hate skiing and I'm horrible at it.
We just love the skiing look.
Yeah, it's just the look, guys. I mean,
it's very glamorous.
It's very glamorous. I'm horrible at skiing. It's very unglamorous when I try to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's bad, Raven.
I've tried once.
I've hurt myself. Wait, you have? What happened?
It just was bad. Like Bunny Hill, no go.
Yeah. I can relate. I feel like there's a story there that she's holding back.
Well, there's not. It was just like, it was one of those things that you so look forward to because you've never done it before.
Were you
and
a
then
little kid or was it
No,
like,
I was like a full-grown adult. I was
Okay.
like 25. And I was like, whoa, this is harder than it looks. I feel like a baby giraffe learning to walk.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then I'm not a fan of getting hurt. I didn't grow up with siblings, so I never had like that fighting energy. No one was like hitting me in my face, because I stole their clothes.
It really grows you as a person.
Yeah, I didn't have that. So whenever I experience the slightest bit of pain, I don't love it. And then when I fell a couple times, I was like, screw this, I'm getting hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa is always a good option.
I know, right?
Yeah. Did you have like an instructor, or you just do it yourself? You're like DIY.
I had like a friend instructor.
So no.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
do this, do that.
It's almost
good luck.
It's almost like better because when you totally fail, it's like, okay, well, they're not a pro, so it kind of gives your ego like a little boost.
For sure.
It's not like you're getting like pro experience, but
for sure.
Yeah. Welcome to Astrocandy.
Hey guys, welcome.
If you're a pro skier, let us know. We'd love to take lessons.
Ooh, 2021 goals. Love it.
Speaking of, we're actually going to go over our 2020, just kind of a quick review this episode because so much has happened.
Year in review.
Yes.
There should be there should be music right now. Roll those credits.
Bad, but yes. And then we're going to do like our 2021 vision. I'm just like, I'm a little afraid to say that because I think we all had like big goals and dreams in 2020.
Yes, we did. Larger than ever. I'm kidding.
But after this crazy year, we want to have a better one. So we're going to talk about our goals, and we would love to hear your goals. So we'll get to that. But let's do a vibe check. I haven't seen you in a minute. It's kind of been a crazy week. Lots going on.
Yeah, we've been busy. I'm good. We're recording this right before Christmas, you guys. So we've been doing holiday prep.
Yeah.
And I've been doing wedding prep. I found my dress, though. I found my bag. I'm so excited. That was a really big deal, obviously. I mean, that was like a thing I was nervous about, and I found the perfect like set, and I'm really excited. So.
And it's all happening so
vibe
quick.
Has been good and like emotional and sweet.
There she goes.
I'm so excited.
Scorpio moon.
I'm gonna like start crying.
Oh my God, are you actually?
It's been really exciting and like it's been a big life. It's a big life experience. It's a big life change, and it's a commitment, and I'm excited.
All the big scaries, but it's one of those things that's like, if you don't like take big scary risks, not saying like getting married is a risk, but if you don't, do big things, you'll never reap that big reward.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those big life decisions that you take, and there is like a lot at stake. So yeah, it's a huge risk, but it's also like, it's one of those rewarding things that you do when you really are committed. So it's been fun. It's been wild doing Christmas wrapping, presents, all this stuff, and then trying to do regular life too. How about you? How's your vibe?
I'm good. So it's been kind of a chaotic week prepping for all the holidays, which is really nothing new.
You have a bunch of shows, right? At your
so many shows to do
at your day job.
To pull back the curtain.
Pull it
back. They do let us record, but that's the catch is you have to record all those shows ahead of time. So it's just big time commitment, a lot of like a creativity suck, but we're on the up and up. You know what I mean? Like
because you got through most of it, right?
And now I'm like happy to have my rosé. I'm happy to be here with you doing Astrocandy, and I'm even happier to give you a gift. A little bit late, I know.
There's a gift happening.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little gift exchange in our vibe check right now because Brittany and I I mean, we're business partners.
Yeah.
We're podcast partners.
Yes, we are.
And I could not like get through this holiday season without giving you a little something just to show my appreciation for you.
That's so sweet.
So,
and you know that gifts are my lovely.
I know. And actually that's, bump the microphone. That's exactly why I wanted to make sure I got you something thoughtful, something that I thought you would use and love, not just a throwaway item. You know, like sometimes like white elephant stuff.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
So if you're watching on YouTube, this is,
guys, look, it's got
a little astro necklace. It's got a moon.
a moon and a star.
star.
Everybody in the back row over there.
It's very dainty.
Raven.
It's like simple, a simple astrology chic. Let's call it that.
I love it. And the little stones
Thank
are blue
you.
on the moon. And
Yeah.
I love blue. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're so sweet. I love it. I will wear it and think of Astrocandy every time I put it on.
Yay.
I love it.
I love it too. I almost thought about keeping it for myself. I didn't.
How dare you?
Because I wanted to see the look on your face.
Well, okay, and then hold on, we should do your gift.
Okay.
I brought a little something.
I'm so
Raven.
excited. Oh my God, thank you. Oh, look, you even wrote my name. That's so sweet.
I did.
Okay,
I wrote the name.
Let's see what we got. We're both simple packers, just
We
one
are.
tissue paper.
We are. One.
Oh my God.
Although I
From
saw on YouTube,
Jen
that's the way.
Sincero, her You Are a Badass. This is like my Bible, her book. And this is the little badass button. So you press it and it says, oh my God, little mantras, I guess.
Like if you're having a day, or even if you just get up in the morning and you need like motivation. You put it by your bed and just bam. Hit
Every
that
morning I'm
beautiful
going to
button.
use this because it's so hard for me to get out of bed.
What
so
does
it
it
says,
say?
You are a badass, feed fear, a suck it sandwich, do what you
Yeah.
love, you create your reality, which is my favorite one. And you can do eat.
Yay.
You can do
eat.
And there's another thing in here
Ooh.
from Hoop Nation by Alexis.
Hope Nation, our friend Alexis
As in,
Waters has
yeah.
a line of earrings and
Oh my God.
aren't
Hoops.
those fun?
These are adorable. Holy crap.
I thought we could match, you know.
Oh
I got
my
mine
God,
on, my silver
yes.
one's on. I thought you could do the gold, you know.
I'll wear mine next week then.
Okay.
This is so cute. Oh
Tune
my
in
God,
for
her
that.
picture.
Isn't that funny?
so
Oh my gosh,
adorable.
you have to show them.
Can
Hold
you
on,
see
guys,
it?
in every package, it's so funny. Look how cute that is. It's her, like, it says, welcome to Hoop Nation, love Alexis. And, like, she has a picture of her wearing the hoops. So cute.
And I love that you supported local.
That's right,
Since
baby.
Alexis
Gotta
is in
support local.
Dallas.
Gotta support female-owned businesses.
All right. There's our little gift exchange. Thanks for indulging us. Now, let's get
We
to
had to share.
our 2020 in review.
Woo!
What a year.
I know.
You know,
Glad it's over.
I'm happy
I'm gonna
it's
say what we were all
over.
thinking.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I want to know if, and you let me know what you think, if
Mm-hmm.
this year has been as much of a shit show as it was.
Soul-sucking as possible. Yeah. For sure.
If you did experience like an
Existential
exponential.
crisis. Oh, sorry. Either one.
Yes, an existential crisis or an exponential amount of growth.
Okay, yeah, both. They can go hand in hand for sure.
Definitely. Like, it's usually after the sleepless nights crying into a pillow that you have an epiphany the next day.
Absolutely.
Which has happened to me multiple days in a row.
I love it. That's so good for you. I love that for you, Raven.
So what would you say are some of your
But
highs?
also, are you okay?
Well, I'm all right. We got through
Multiple
it.
days in a row.
Hey, I mean, the darkest valleys. Is this like a thing? Is this a saying? Like,
Do it. I don't know
when
what
you
you're
go
about
through
to
the
say, but do
darkest
it.
valleys, you come across the highest peaks. I don't know. I just made that up, but it kind
Absolutely.
of feels true.
I think it's totally true.
So, what were some of your highs and lows of 2020? Maybe just like one low, and your
Well, it all
highest.
started on January 1st.
Okay, your personal low.
Okay.
Because
hold
everyone
on.
was very low.
Let me back up then.
When was it? In March.
I feel like, moving into this studio space was a high.
Yes.
Really curating my own business as far as like being able to do Zoom interviews. Like this year gave me a lot of control over my own four walls.
Yes.
Like that's about it. So
yeah.
So like the high was, getting a new space, decorating, having a space for my business to grow. Starting Astrocandy, obviously.
Yeah.
The low was that I just felt weird all year and just stressed out. And then
just so much uncertainty.
And then the biggest high in my personal life was getting engaged. I mean, and then now I'll be getting married in, 2021. So technically next year, but we're planning it right now. And like, that was a big shift, just like energetically for me, like having a partner, allowing myself to be supported, not feeling like I need to be on my own all the time. Like I need to be so strong. I've just grown as a fuzz floats above us.
Hello? Are you talking to us?
Hello. So yeah, I mean, a lot of dark nights of the soul
for sure.
Well, but I'm more of like a sleepless nights watching YouTube, like should be crying, but I just like I'll go down a rabbit hole.
The face you just made.
And I just I'm like, I don't know what's
you look like a Mad Hatter.
It's insanity for sure. So it's been a mixed bag, Raven. I mean, honestly, super high highs and super low lows, and then getting the coronavirus recovering.
Oh my gosh, I mean, I forgot about
nuts.
that. That seems like a whole nother year ago.
That was, like, it feels like it. And then I was sad because I thought about all the people that have had it and didn't recover. It was just like so emotionally dark and then so like happy and good at other times.
I had the same...
How are you
like
feeling?
Overall, I had the same overall. Like there were times I remember when things started shutting down and things, I was stuck at home. And at this time I lived by myself with my cat, totally isolated. And
Phoebe, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Phoebes. And I just felt like, I mean, I didn't leave my house and it was maddening.
Yeah.
Like truly. And those were some of the times where I was really like, can I get through this? I'm not sure. But I feel like I made the best of my circumstance, and I had a lot of lofty goals at the end of 2019 going into this year, and I really did see most of them through.
Yeah?
I'm really proud of myself for that.
Okay, that's exciting. Which ones did you see through that you had set in the beginning of the year?
My biggest one was buying my house.
Yeah, that was major. I know you're so proud of that.
I'm so proud of that
huge.
Because, like, you have to understand, like, I had been saving, planning to buy a house all year. And January rolled around and I was ready. Like I was like, February, I'm going to start looking. And I did. And then COVID happened and people kind of shut themselves in. Well, everybody did. We were under lockdown. And I was like, my parents especially were like, this is not a good time to buy. You don't know what the economy's going to do. Like we have no idea what this pandemic is going to look like in 2 months, 6 months, 10 months. Now later, they wanted me to play it safe, keep my savings. And that is it's a safe bet.
For sure. Which is what I feel like parents are in our lives for, right? They create that safe nest. So it's like they come from a good place and they want you to just be safe and have what you need.
Yes. But I am not about playing it safe, especially in the wake of like fear. Right. I don't like to give in to fear. I don't know where that I think it came from like when I almost died a year ago.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. I was just like, screw this. I'm totally just going to live my life.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You gotta
really
enjoy
changes
it.
your POV. But I was like, this will be the biggest gamble that I take. Buying a house during a global pandemic. Obviously, I gave no fucks. And you know what?
Good.
I am so happy that I did. It's my best investment. And I'm just really happy with the condo that I'm in and the home I'm starting to create, and it's really great. And then personally, I just feel like I have had such a spiritual awakening in this time.
Yeah.
I think that my head's been in the sand a little bit up until now, just with life in general, like just sort of stuck in the ho-hum, the everyday, just sort of like very tunnel vision, not really seeing what else is out there, what else is possible.
Yeah.
And I think when your reality shifts around you, you feel so unsettled, but at the same time, you get to see all the opportunities and possibilities.
Absolutely.
And you see other people doing other things. And, I think this wasn't my story, but just someone who has lost their job during a pandemic and then started a business and having it be a success or something. It just kind of shows me like, it was just this whole thing was just so jarring to me personally, because I really thought that I was on a path I would stay on forever. Never thought twice about it. And I'm so happy that everything just fell apart because it really just made me rethink how I want to live life and who I want to be in my life. And you know, the kind of life I want to live. So it was just a very, I mean, now I feel like I'm getting all emo. Like, do I have a Scorpio moon?
Yes, I love it.
Like,
Finally.
am I going to start crying?
I knew I was going to turn her eventually.
Yeah, I know. But I do feel like I mean, we all did. But I do feel like I went through just a huge shift. And that has a lot to do with what you were saying about the Great Conjunction. And we're moving from an earth energy that was like since the last 200 years into now an air energy.
Yes.
Which is where I thrive. So I'm so excited about that.
But anytime there's a change, there's like that growing pain, right?
Yes.
So it's like the breakdown so that you can rebuild something better or more aligned. The breakdown still sucks. It's still the tower moment.
Yes.
You know,
the tower moment.
even though the sun comes after the tower, in that moment, it feels painful. And I feel like 2020 was just a big tower moment for everyone. And the numerology of that, which we're going to get into next episode, guys, it makes total sense. Like from 4 to 5 is just like such a big change globally. So we'll get into that little teaser.
Yeah, I love, well, I don't know, angel numbers and numerology, do they go hand in hand or no?
Yes, they do. They're one and the same, my friend.
Because I love angel numbers, so I'm excited to hear about that. So now that we've sort of, you know, summed up our 2020s.
Yeah.
And I think
2020s. That's funny. Like, I'm thinking like our 20s. Like the years of growth, the years when you lost yourself a little.
Yeah. Well, I experienced 2020 in my 20s, so it's been one hell of a ride.
Yep, not me. She had double.
Well, that means you experienced it twice, essentially.
Oh, Lord. Just wake me up in 2021, okay? I'm done.
But let's talk about what our vision is for 2021. And I think it's important if you're sitting down and listening to this or in your car or whatever, and you're thinking about what you want your life to be in 2021, please don't think, well, like don't say, I would like, or I hope that, or I want. Let's talk about it in a way that it's here, it's happening now, because that's the best way to manifest it.
Yeah, it's like getting your brain on that same page of like, hey, I can really have this. It's not something far away that I'm hoping and wishing to come true. Yeah.
So what's happening in your 2021 right now?
Oh, I have so many 2021 goals.
Take us there.
This year, I was like the slingshot, pull it back. I'm just like, oh, let me go. Let me go. No, like I still don't really know what 2021 is going to, you know, make available because of like travel. And like, those are some things that were at the top of my list this year. I want to go to Paris. I want to do, you know, all these things like that. But, so I'd like to travel when it becomes possible. So maybe like end of 2021, I'm thinking. I'm going to put the travel on my vision board. But as far as like life, I just want to keep expanding and growing and being authentic. Yeah. For me, it's really about authenticity. Like what you said, I mean, to mirror that, prior to this crazy year, I was wrapped up in a lot of other things, like a lot of things that were really important to me. And like, my mind was in a completely different place. And this year kind of held me in one spot so that I could reassess and rebuild. Yes. And now I'm like really focused on, it might sound boring, but like my wellness, my health. I'm getting a SoulCycle at home bike for Christmas, like, cause I want to like work out, be healthy. I started meditating again, using the Calm app. Like my goals are really very like personal day-to-day kind of goals. Yeah. And then to just be authentic and keep expanding and be open to new opportunities and to build on the foundation that I built this year. No big changes this year. It's like, I just want to keep hammering at the things that I love because I feel like I know what I love and I'm here. So I'm just going to keep doing it.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You remind me of the 8 of Pentacles.
Oh,
remember he's like sitting there.
How he's got the coins going up.
That's
exactly.
That's your energy.
That's how I feel. Yep.
What about you? Me, mine is different.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is the year I am totally transforming my life in the sense of up-leveling to who I am called to be.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I think I spent a lot of 2020 and even the years before that with these limitations. Maybe they were set by myself. Maybe they were set by other people.
I think it's the paradigm thing, the grand conjunction. You're an Aquarius.
Yeah.
I think that it's like that was what a lot of Aquarians.
Yeah,
I
felt very like.
Send us a message if you're an Aquarius, but.
Not beat down, but just kind of.
Maybe misunderstood or not aligned.
Misunderstood, pushed aside.
Yeah.
Like no one, I think we were talking about this before the podcast and Brittany was like, Aquarians have felt very like, hello, I'm over here. I have these great ideas and no one's listening to me. And that's how I've felt. And we're going to bring to life every single creative thought outlet that I've wanted to for so long. And my biggest one is writing a book. And
I love it.
I don't know, like I've always been a storyteller from when I was a kid. And I think like writing these weird stories in the 7th grade on just some journal paper and letting my friends read them.
That's so fun.
I've always loved to do that. Hence why I went to journalism school. Radio sort of took me away from that, and that's okay. Like it was a path that I love. But I'm just like ready to get back to that person who loves to create. And what I realize is there is no limitation to your imagination. And that's where I love to be, is my mind. And so I'm excited to do that. And that's what I'm going to do. Like it's happening. I'm working on it. I'm almost halfway done with a children's book. Like
That's so cute.
I don't even know where this came from. I was just like, this is something I love and I'm going to do it. And then I'm doing it. Like it's really just that easy.
I love that.
You say you're going to do it and you start and you are.
And then you are.
Yeah.
Manifestation and vision boards in a nutshell.
Yeah, basically.
You started, and then before you know it, you are.
And before you know it, you are.
Who's the main character of your like children's book that you're writing?
Her name's Angela.
Okay, cool.
Her name is Angela. She's a little girl who wakes up. I haven't decided her exact age. She's between 5 and 9, but I think she's going to be about 7 or 8.
Okay.
She wakes up one day and she doesn't feel well. Like she's sick. And her mom, takes her temperature. She's like, oh, you have to stay home today. And Angela's like, no, I can't because of the talent show. Like there's a talent show today. I'm supposed to be in the talent show. And her mom's like, no. Aww. And Angela ends up sneaking out and going to school to the talent show. So it's a whole thing. The entire book rhymes. And I'm just so excited about it. And like, that's what I want to do. That's what I am doing. More things that fuel my fire, light me up that I honestly totally forgot about. So
that's so exciting. I love that.
And I just looked at the time just really now, and it was 2222.
Ooh.
What would that be? Can we get like a little?
I'll give you a little
numerology tidbit.
So 2 is the number of harmony and cooperation, whereas 1 is like the self. 2 is the self in harmony with another. So it seems like when you're saying that, it puts you back in harmony with
who I am,
something in your life.
Yeah.
It puts you back into a harmonious state.
That's how I feel right now.
It's a very loving energy. It's like very like partner, like love energy. Like you feel seen.
That's me. That's what I'm encompassing right now.
Angel number. Well, the angels are just like, yep, Raven, do it. Do it.
I know. They're egging me on.
They are. That's awesome.
Okay. So that in a nutshell is, and of course how could I forget this? Sorry. I was just so excited and
she was
on a
in
tangent.
the moment.
But this podcast,
the
Astrocandy podcast, this is something I freaking love doing. I love this partnership. I love our content. We hope you do too. Like we really work very hard to give you something that has us in it, and hopefully something you can take away from. And I just want to see this grow in so many ways, because I feel like now more than ever, especially in the age of Aquarius or this new shift, people want and are seeking to better their self, higher mind, higher ideas.
Oh, totally. That great conjunction like set it off. We were just looking at a tweet that LeBron James did yesterday, the day of the grand conjunction. We're filming, we're pre-filming this. You guys already know that we do that. But he talked about, where is that tweet?
Oh gosh,
we've got to read that. This is just prime example of how things are shifting.
Yeah, it's so strange to see someone as recognizable as him say this, but he said, today's conjunction of the planets is set for us to reach our highest vibration. If you can, today, meditate and set intention for yourself and loved ones. Stay positive in your thoughts, words, and actions. Ask for balance and love.
I mean, wow. I mean, that's something that we could have said.
It better myself.
I know. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like the whole, like everyone, people that are even, unlikely sources are in alignment with this. So you think that I think Astrocandy is totally in alignment. What could be more in alignment with the Grand Conjunction energy?
I know. I'm so excited about it.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm going to go rogue here. And I was going to do this spirit guide, but I think we should pull a card for the collective.
Oh, I like it.
What to keep in mind for 2021, just like advice or what to expect. What do you think? Like, what questions should we ask?
No pressure.
No pressure. How
I like
about
the energy? Maybe to
what's the energy
carry into it?
The energy we should carry into 2021.
I like want to peek so bad. I'm like,
no.
I'm just kidding. I won't.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I pulled him in reverse originally. The Hangman in reverse. So the Hangman is about not moving forward. It's about being stuck. Basically, the Hangman in just its regular form is 2020. In 2021, we're going to be going the opposite direction. So we're the Hangman in reverse, which means move forward now. You've had a chance to contemplate, to reassess. It was like a big Mercury retrograde pretty much, where you can just like reassess, realign.
Oh, yeah.
Reroute. And now that you know where you want to go, put your energy into it.
That's all I need to know.
That's what I think. And then, yeah, Knight of Pentacles.
Get that money.
Towards it and get that money, baby.
Right off into the sunset with your bags of cash.
Okay.
That was my interpretation.
And I'll do that. I like it.
Let's end with this modern day mantra. I attributed this to me because I'm a self-indulged Aries rising, but I think someone has already said this. Like,
okay, sure.
Let's be honest, words, all of them have been said in the same.
It could be like in your subconscious. Like, maybe. I didn't realize that Schmoopy was actually from Seinfeld. Michael told me that.
Oh, I had no idea.
I had no idea either. And I was
thought you made that up.
I thought I did too. So, prime example.
This is, to change your life, you have to change your life. So just keep that in mind. You can't expect a different life or different results if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. Actually, I think that's called insanity. It is called insanity for sure. So it's like, take action. It's like the Hangman in reverse. Take action. We didn't even know it was going to be that. It was going to be in alignment. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is Astrocandy. Everything's aligned. Hello.
We should have expected it.
Thank you guys so much for listening, watching on YouTube. Subscribe to us anywhere you get your podcasts. Just search Astrocandy Podcast. Oh my God, you're going to bust that out.
I want to hit the button for you guys. We'll do it next time.
Next week, we're talking all about numerology. Brittany is going to lead us in that discussion, which I'm super pumped about. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.